Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Cosmic Ghost Rider Stories Marvel History. This is a fantastic book, even though Donny Cates does not write it. Just putting it out there. Also, there's an appearance of Donny Cates in here. It's not actually his first appearance in the comic books, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So anyway, let's get into who made this book. Paul Scheer and Nick Giovanetti are the writers. Gerardo Sandoval is on pencils. Victor Nava is on inks. Antonio Fabella on colors. What the hell is going on, man? This is like this is like an Italian mob hit or something like that. What the hell, dude? This is like one of my family reunions. There's a lot of Italians here. Anyway, VC's Travis Lanham on letters, Gerardo Zaffino, another freaking Italian, doing the covers. A whole bunch of people doing the variant covers. Carlos Lau doing the graphic design, and Jeff Shaw and Antonio Fabella do the flashback issues. So here's a complaint about the comic book right off the bat. We've got two different history stories on here, two different pages devoted to the history, one with, one without art assists. So there's that. Anyway, they're both okay. Basically, this book is, right now we're waiting for issue number 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy by Donny Cates to come out. But it doesn't matter because all of this stuff happens prior to that. It doesn't say that, but it only makes sense that that's the case. So Cosmic Ghost Rider got sent into the past, and now he's got to, work his way back to the future. So he's got to live a ridiculously freaking long time to get to where he's currently at and stuff. Yeah, it's fine. So he, what happens? He goes to his family's house, all right? The day before the Costa family kills his family. Yeah, messed up. Like, seriously, heart-wrenching. He goes there just to spend some time and to see if he can't maybe find a way to change the past. Yeah, this never works out good for him. Anyway, so it's still heartbreaking, while at the same time, somehow it's made funny. I'm telling you guys, if I were to find out that Scheer and Giovanetti were actually just pseudonyms for Donny Cates, I would believe it. Because they write this character exactly like Donny Cates would write him. He's tragic, but is completely overshadowed by pure humor, spitfire revelations and everything. All of this is relived through him talking to his son. All of the crazy antics that he gets into. And this issue is mostly just his interactions with the Fantastic Four, or, as we come to find out later, the Fantastic Five, because he actually influenced their creation. That's right, it's all his fault. You know, when the solicits came out to this and the marketing went viral over this particular comic book, dude, people went freaking crazy. People were pissed. Like, oh, look at Marvel changing everything. And they had to very quickly put out, no, this is just a comic book that's going to come out. This is going to feel a lot like a what if. All right, that's all this is, dudes. Relax. We're not actually changing Marvel history. It's such a shame. Such a shame. This is why we can't have nice things. People get crazy. Man, I'm telling you, man, even the most liberal people in the world could be the staunchest conservatives when it comes to their comic book history. Don't change my Marvel. Don't change my DC. Anyway, so we get a whole bunch of retellings of stories. Case in point, when the Fantastic Four was the new Fantastic Four, consisting of Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Gray Incredible Hulk, and Ghost Rider, who is therefore switched out with the Cosmic Ghost Rider. That's right, they meet. They have a couple of barbs back and forth. They don't quite get to the level of mama jokes, but they were like right on the cusp, dude. Right on the hairy frickin' edge of that. Anyway, so that happens. And of course, it's the funniest way of retelling it. Later on, they wind up having a retelling of the story where Frank is involved in the trial of Reed Richards and the trial of Galactus. Later still, we get the retelling of when Ben Grimm, the Thing, died and almost went to heaven, and the Fantastic Four as a whole meet God, otherwise known as Jack Kirby. This was a great part of this, especially since Cosmic Ghost Rider was kicked out of that meeting because freaking Kirby declares, hey, you're not one of mine. You got to wait in the next room. And I've spoken to Mr. Cates before, and he was not interning at Marvel at this time, but we're going to mess with history a little bit, and Donny Cates is sitting there in the other office. Yes, I have confirmed it's actually him. Um, and like, the conversation is freaking great. I can actually flip through and show you the image, but I did ask Mr. Cates, hey man, was this you? Like right here. Was this you? He's like, yeah, that's me. I was like, is that your first appearance? And he's like, no, actually, I was in, this is his first appearance in the Marvel comics. Yes. So this is first appearance in Earth 616 proper. So therefore, first appearance in this comic book, dude. First appearance. They're paying homage. But yeah, I guess that realistically, I guess that Sheeran, Giovanetti, and Sandoval would indeed be a part of the cult of Cates. I mean, the advocates. But I asked him, and actually, let me just see if he responded any further. No, he did not. Okay, that's usually what happens. I'll ask him something, he'll answer. I'll say something back, and he'll ignore me. Whatever. He's a busy guy. So, what do you call it? No, he actually appeared in something else at one point. The Ghost Fleet. The Ghost Fleet is something out of Image Comics, and there was 8 issues of that. It's something I never read. I didn't know it existed until he actually said something. But that was his first appearance in comics, period. But as far as his first appearance in the Earth 616, well, that's right here, guys. Bang. So this was a really good comic book. I can't wait for the next issues. I want to see all of this. Don't wait for the trade paperback. You want to get the trade paperback, by all means, get it. Maybe they'll have a plushie of, I don't know, Cosmo in here. It's a possibility. You never know. Cosmo does make an appearance in here. Excuse me, he says one word, but it's hysterical. You can wait for the trade if you want, but trust me, you don't want any of this spoiled, dude. This is a freaking hysterical book, and still, like, there's... Even the tragic scenes, you're laughing about it, even though you know in your heart, dude, this guy's got such a messed up story. Like right in front of his eyes. His family was killed. And you're still going to laugh. That's how well they pull this book off, dude. Fantastic book from cover to cover, except for the 2, origin stories. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.